Last year, we checked Europe's Christmas markets off our bucket list and accidentally discovered the best way to experience them. Imagine floating down the Danube River, past storybook villages. The air smells like cinnamon and roasted chestnuts. Every stop feels like you've stepped into a snow globe, and you only have to unpack once. I know it sounds like fake news, but I promise you it's not. Hi, we're Tiffany and James from BBeInspiredTravel in New Brunswick, Canada. We specialize in Avalon Waterways and Globus and Cosmos tours. But this isn't just about travel for us. It's about helping people stop waiting and start doing the things they've been saying someday to. Europe's Christmas market sat on our bucket list for years, and last year we finally checked it off. We sailed Avalon's Christmas Time on the Danube and discovered something pretty incredible. The best way to experience Europe's Christmas markets is on a river cruise. Let me show you why. Our cruise started in Vienna, Austria, and ended in Nuremberg, Germany. We actually arrived a few days early, and that's one of our best travel tips. Pair your cruise or tour with a few days of exploring on your own. Not just to see more, but to give yourself a buffer to recover from that jet lag. And because when you're crossing an ocean, sometimes delays happen. One of our favorite parts of the markets were the Christmas mugs. Every market has its own, and some have several. And when you order a Glühwein, a warm, spiced, mulled wine that is everywhere at the markets, you pay a small deposit for the mug. You can return it and get your deposit back, or keep it as a souvenir. We get a lot of them, because James has a bit of a mug problem. I recently learned that Glühwein actually translates to glowvine, which feels accurate. Because after a few sips, you warm up from the inside out. Don't let the cinnamon and spice fool you though. This stuff will get you tipsy. Just ask James. Checking in on day one was effortless. We arrived early and were immediately greeted by Avalon staff who took care of our luggage and welcomed us on board. No stress at all, just ease. No long lines either. We explored the ship and had a relaxed lunch in the panorama lounge while we waited for our room to be ready. And this is where it started to feel different, because instead of rushing, we were just enjoying the experience. No packing and unpacking, no trains, no dragging your bag through cobblestone streets wondering if you're going the right way. Just being there and enjoying it. And each day we got to wake up in a new destination. In Vienna, we explored their most popular market, set in front of the stunning city hall, with lights and decorations that honestly look like they were pulled straight from a Hallmark Christmas movie. There's even an outdoor skating rink and a beautiful carousel that somehow just makes you feel like a kid again. We also visited the Christmas market at Schönbrunn Palace. Beautifully decorated stalls, incredible food, and of course more Glühwein and more mugs. And if you time it just right, you can even squeeze in a visit to the world's oldest zoo while you're there, and see animals so cute you'll question if they're real, even while looking right at them. And if you're there at night and you get a chance, it's worth checking out the Festival of Lights, which is on the same grounds. And it is truly magical, and absolutely worth it. One of the biggest advantages of sailing with Avalon Waterways is that your days are thoughtfully planned for you, but still flexible enough to feel like your own. Most days include 1 or 2 excursions, and there are optional ones that you can add for an additional cost, but they're there if you want a little something extra. And while we were in Vienna, we decided to sign up for one of those. It was a classical concert featuring music by Mozart and Strauss. And honestly, it surprised us. The performers were incredible and unexpectedly funny too. It was the perfect way to wrap up the day. And this was just the beginning. because next we're headed to some of the most scenic storybook stops of the entire trip: Milk, Salzburg, and Passau. And trust me, because it somehow gets even more magical. So make sure you're subscribed, because in part 2, I'm taking you deeper into the heart of the Christmas markets along the Danube. And in part 3, we'll finish in Regensburg and Nuremberg, including one of the most famous Christmas markets in the world. So if you've been dreaming about visiting Europe's Christmas markets, we would love to help you make it happen. If you want to check out the full itinerary for Christmas Time on the Danube, find the link in the description. I'll see you in part 2. And until next time, keep exploring and write that bucket list.